Good morning to everyone. Myself K. Charantha Reddy. I'm pursuing in Sri Raman Institution of Technology. Present, I came before you to flash a light on the topic ionic polarization. Subject name Engineering Physics. Ionic polarization. Introduction to ionic polarization. Ionic polarization refers to a disposition of an electron cloud of an ion due to the electric field and neighboring ions. This was the cation. This was anion. Before polarization, the process will be done like this in the circular motion. This is the phenomenon and significant is an ionic compounds and plays like a circular load in the physical properties. Where we are seen in the physical properties, this is what the operation will be done in the ionic motion before polarization. Understanding ionic polarization helps to predicting and behavior of salts in various environmental. After polarization, the differences between the cation and the anion in the before polarization is in the circular motion, where we are coming into after polarization, where cation is circular motion and ion position has been changed. Definition of ionic polarization. Ionic polarization occurs when a positive nucleus of one ion attracts electron cloud nearby ion. The interaction leads to a shift of an electron density, creating a temporary dipole. The result is change in the ionic charge distribution, affecting and a component stability of when bonding factor influencing ionic polarization. The size of a cation and anion significantly impacts and degree of polarization. Larger ions are more easily polarized due to their diffuse of electron, where we have come to large number of ions or will be diffused faster. The charge of a cation also influences the polarization with higher charges, leading greater distillation. Where whereas comes it is under the rule of Fagen's rule. Polarization, underrating isotoped ion, non-polarization and polarization of ion. Rule of ionic polarization and ionic bond. Ionic polarization can weaken in the ionic bond, creating of an equivalent character in the bond. The greater of the polarization, the more covalent like a bond becomes. The shift of an implicant of melting and boiling points of ionic component. This is what the electron shade. When this is where we has come into left side, this is what the electron shaved part. Where we has come to right side, this is what the electron transferred. Shade means is combining each other in the equal. Where we has come into transfer, whereas one electron has more, that is transferred to another where it has less. Measuring of ionic polarization. Ionic polarization can be experimentally measured through an electric constant observation. Change of stability and the lattice energy are also indicated in the extent of polarization. These measurements are circular for understanding ionic compound and behavior of solutions. Effect of an ionic polarization and properties. Ionic polarization affects on the stability of an ionic compound in the different solvents. This is a solute and solution and solvent. Solute is nothing is but a solid type. Solution is nothing but a liquid type. Where we taken a solid to and mixed with solution, it was converted into solvent. Solvent is nothing but mixture of solid and solution. It has also an influence of the conductivity of ionic solution, as more polarization can lead to more mobile ions. The mechanical properties such as brittleness and hardness and also alterate due to a polarization effect. This is what also solute is more solute dissolves, where it dissolved more. Ionic polarization versus covalent polarization. We see the differences between ionic polarization as usually and covalent polarization. Ionic polarization differs from covalent polarization, whereas we know ionic polarization comes from covalent polarization, where electrons are shared rather than transferred. In covalent bond, polarization is influenced primarily by electronegativity and difference. Understanding both type of polarization helps distinguish between ionic and covalent component. Covalent bonding. Atoms shade ionic cations and ions taken on the more electronegativity participant. Here the balance here of electrostatic. Application of ionic polarization. Ionic polarization is a critical material science of designing a new ionic compound. It plays a role of development of batteries and fuel cells by enhancing an ionic conductivity and additional heat forms of a creation of aromatic and barotic drug stability. This is the process where we have done the ionic liquid technology. A technology is a reaching of from individuality challenges of ionic polarization studies. Yes or no? Accurately measuring ionic polarization can be challenged due to an environmental factor. The complex nature of an ionic interaction often requires an advanced computer models models requires an advanced component of an models in understanding an interplay between ionic compound and covalent characters remains such as orientation. Conclusion of the future direction. Ionic polarization is a fundamental concept within a wide range of applied chemistry of materials science. Features such may be focus or enhancing understanding of an ionic transition and coagulation. Innovation is the field of a cloud leading to a breakthrough is energy storage and material development. Feel free, modify and contact better. Thank you.